Hi, this is Joyce with the Pilkington Homesteads. This is my grandson, William, and he's going to help me today to make German
meatballs.
German meatballs. And this is my husband, John, his mother, Nora's recipe, and it comes down from her family, and it's really a good recipe. So to start, you need 1/2 pound of sausage and 1 pound of hamburger. And I'm going to mix this together.
Looks pretty good.
Looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it just looks good off the base.
Okay, kind of mix that together. Just start it kind of together. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to be mixing all this other stuff in it too. So the next thing we're going to add is 1/2 cup of chopped onions. And then we're going to use 1/2 cup, 3/4 cup, I'm sorry, 3/4 cup breadcrumbs. Mix that in. Well, these are the strongest onions. I have just been eyes running. I mean, they are strong.
Yeah, they are pretty strong.
1 teaspoon of parsley. You can use fresh parsley if you would rather. Then we're going to use 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. Man, that is so hard for me to say. Thank you.
Welcome.
1½ teaspoons of salt. 1 beaten egg. And 1/2 cup milk. It's kind of nice to have somebody here helping me. Thank you.
Welcome.
Then, pepper to your taste. We like pepper here, so.
I love pepper.
Yes, we do. We could take our food and if it's covered with a sea of pepper. Isn't that right?
Yeah. It's like either it's some type of seasoning or it's just all pepper on the top.
Yummy. Okay. Whoops.
Whoa.
Okay. So then you're going to just mix this all together. When you have it all mixed up, stand up. Then what we're going to do is make 18 meatballs. And I'm going to do this with my hands. My hands are clean. You make about 2-inch balls.
Man, you're good at that, Anna.
Thank you. And so I'm going to do this just like that. You just kind of put it in your hands and try to make them all the same size, back and forth, and make 18 or close to. And as soon as I have that done, I'll be back. Alright, I made 16. Tried to get 18, but I guess I made them just a little big. Okay, so now you take your meatballs and you put like 2 to 3 tablespoons of, I use coconut oil, you can use olive oil, your favorite oil. And you put your meatballs in the skillet. And what we're going to do is just let them cook all the way around until they're brown. And they do not have to be done because they're going to cook longer. But what we're looking for now is just for the meatballs to get brown. So I'm just getting them in here. Doesn't that sizzle sound good? And it smells really good too. I like meatballs. Sometimes I just make them and put them in the freezer and then just come and get them and eat them as a snack. Okay. So I got them all in there. So I'm going to let them brown on this side, and then I'm going to flip them over and brown them on the other side and try to get them brown all over. And once that is done, I will be back. Well, I've got my meatballs just about how I like them. As you can see, I got them good and brown. So I'm going to take them out and drain them on a towel, paper towel.
Hey look, some of the onions fell out.
Yeah, they did. They look nice and crispy, yummy, don't they?
Yeah. Well, at least they ain't raw.
The onions? Yeah. Okay, once you get all these out, then I'm going to take, I don't know if you can see, but I have a lot too much grease in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drain this, but I'm going to leave the bits and pieces of the onion and the meat that has fell off. And it's just like you would make gravy, you know how you want to keep all those bits, that goodness in the bottom. Well, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to get the grease out. So I'll do that. Look how beautiful these meatballs look, so good. So I'll do that and I'll be right back. Alright, so I've drained it, but I kept the good stuff in the bottom. Have my meatballs ready. And this is 27 ounces of sauerkraut. So I'm going to add that to my skillet. So sauerkraut, I just love this stuff. You do too, don't you?
Yes, I love it.
We just love it. We like it with sausage. We just love sauerkraut. So I'm going to put this in the bottom. And then I'm going to place. You can use a spoon, I guess, if you wanted to. I'm going to put the meatballs on top. Then when I get these meatballs on top, I'm going to put in maybe about a half a cup of water. I'm just going to put that on there. Then I'm going to put it back on the stove. And it's going to simmer for 15 minutes.
It looks really good.
It looks really good, doesn't it? So get all of these in here. Seems like I have more meatballs than I did when I cooked them. Like, how did I get all these in there? Bet I did. And I got them back. Okay. Now I'm going to take about half a cup of water and just pour it in. You can put a little more if you need to. I'm going to take this back to the stove, and I've took my heat and I've brought it down just kind of a medium heat. Going to put the lid on and cook it for 15 minutes, and then I'll be back. Well, it's been 15 minutes, or around 15 minutes, and I temped the meat to make sure it was done. And so this is what we have. I wish you could smell this.
It smells really good.
It smells really good.
And it looks very good.
And I have a little kid here that really wants to eat some of this too. So I'm going to put it on a plate. Actually, John is ready for it too. William, do you want one meatball or do you want two?
One, please.
Okay. And I know you like the sauerkraut.
Thank you, Nana.
Mm-hmm. And so here we go. They can hardly wait to eat it. But this is what you get. And you can see that the sauerkraut looks so rich because all the little bits that's in the bottom of the pan and you put your water in it and the steaming, it makes the flavor of the sauerkraut so good. So this is a really delicious meal, great for parties or somebody you want to say, hey, look what I did. But anyway, thank you for coming by. I hope you subscribe and
Leave a like.
yes, and come back to see us. Bye.